Welcome, everybody, to this week's edition of Valpo Basketball Weekly, presented by our friends at Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute. Brandon Vickery with you. Glad to be joined by the head coach of the Valpo men's basketball program, Roger Powell Jr., coming off back-to-back wins this past week and hoping to make it three in a row on Wednesday against Northern Illinois. And coach, the balance of your team this year has really stood out. And when you look at the two games this week, it was different players who played well in each game. How much fun was it to have a game like yesterday where the reserves led the way, and how important is that balance aspect of your program?
I think it was extremely important. And, some of that is, Justice, who's a freshman, he's still finding his way and learning. I mean, yesterday he showed some of his talent. He's getting comfortable in just being on the court and making plays. I think he's going to have an awesome career. So to be able to see him kind of come out and make some plays, I knew he was going to be able to come in and make a shot for us while we were struggling. That's awesome. But then, Tyler Schmidt, who, man, I mean, first game, he had 17 against a really good team. And, some games, some games he's not on like that, like last night. But, it's just, I think as he kind of gets more comfortable in his role and both those guys get more comfortable and these games start coming, they're just going to start to settle into having a major impact for us. And that's what I've been preaching to the team all year, man. Strength in numbers, being selfless, being happy for your teammate when they have a big night because, the next night will be yours. And that makes a good team. And that's what we're trying to build.
The victory was the program's most lopsided win over a D1 opponent in 7 years. I mean, just what type of growth in terms of learning how to win have you seen from your team from the beginning of the season to now?
A ton of growth, man. I mean, these guys, you lose to Liberty, who's really good. Obviously, you saw last night they just beat Kansas State. Our first game of the year with a team like this, it's probably, it was a challenge for us. And then you come and you play against a Cleveland State team that I think is going to be really good in their league and had some good games so far. And they're really tough. I mean, it's one of those things that it challenges you early, and then to be able to see the growth with our team, like going from those games to like, okay, Lindenwood, another D1 opponent that has some athletic guys, and they play a tough style similar to Cleveland State, and then come out against a Eastern who took Northwestern to overtime and competed with DePaul, and you know it just shows that we're moving on the right track. I mean, last night was we finally put some threes in the basket too, which something that we have been struggling with. So when you make shots like that and you continue to get better, you have some big wins. And last night everything was kind of going for us, and it was fun because we needed to see the ball go in the basket a little bit.
Third season to now, consistently, the ball has gone in the basket, has been from the free throw line, second in the nation in free throw percentage at 85.1%. What do you attribute the success of the free throw line to?
We put a lot of time into it. I think pretty much before most practices, the guys will shoot free throws. Sometimes they got to make 25, record how many it takes them to get to that, make 50, record how many it takes them to get to that. We do it consistently, just because these games, man, can come down to free throws. Which team makes, which team misses. So the guys have done a good job of working on it, and staff has been consistent with kind of just giving them reps at it. And man, I guess it's paying off.
Darius reached a big milestone this week on Thursday, became the 15th Valpo player to hit 300 career assists. How special was it to see him hit that milestone, do it on a night where he played well, 9 assists and won your grit award? And just what's your relationship like with Darius?
I mean, I love that kid, man. Man, he's part of like a rock of this team, and unfortunately, his career he hasn't won a whole lot. But I think this year, just having him to have some of those successes, and hopefully our team can continue to stack some wins together. He can go out having a great experience here. And I thought last year was the first time where he actually got some confidence and he was able to make some plays. And now, I mean, he's averaging 1.2 points a game, but he's averaging like 4.8 assists. And I think he's going to score more, but he's just so unselfish. He's a floor general, and that milestone speaks to, man, he's a real point guard. And I think you saw it yesterday, man. He was getting guys shots and helping making our team go.
The week continues. Home against Northern Illinois on Wednesday, at DePaul on Friday. How do you manage so many games in a short period of time, and what do you have to do to be successful in these two games this week?
Yeah, we got a good prep day today. We're not going to do a lot from like up and down standpoint. Some of the guys that didn't play as much, they'll get some work in. And then tomorrow we have a good practice preparing for Northern. And to be honest, I mean, these are kids. They like playing games more than practice. We had a lot of practice the last 8-day break we had, which I think we got better at. Now it's time to go in and do it on the court, and that's where I love seeing these guys play. And I told them, I'm gonna prepare you in practice, but when the game comes, like I get to watch what you guys can do, man. I get to watch you go out and just play fun, fast, and free. And so I love the fact we have so many games in a row, some good challenges, some tough games, a road game, and then it's a league game with against a team that's really good, man. Drake's really good, so it's fun. I'm loving it, man, and this team is growing, and we're enjoying the challenge.
About the men's basketball program, Roger Powell. We want to encourage everyone to come out on Wednesday afternoon. It's 3 o'clock tip time, a pre-Thanksgiving game on Wednesday against Northern Illinois here at the Arc. We hope to see you there. Ticket info, tickets.valpoathletics.com. Talk to you again next time on Valpo Basketball Weekly, presented by Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute.